beauties and bees, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an old wives' tale gender prediction sort of compilation. I wanted to answer a few of the old wives' tale questions that kind of tell you if you're having a boy or if you're having a girl. I wanted to do this just for fun because we will be announcing the gender very soon. And before I actually announce the gender, I wanted to do these old wives' tale question and answer things. So I have written down the general old wives' tale gender prediction legend things, and a few of them are actual other tests like the red cabbage one. Most of these are just typical questions based on your pregnancy and what's going on with your body, letting you know if you're going to have a boy or a girl. Make tally marks based on these questions, saying if it predicts boys or if it predicts girls. I'm just going to jump right into this. I'm going to read the questions. Hopefully this will be quick and not too super long or boring. If you're not pregnant or like a mom, you're probably like, I don't care about this, but I just thought it would be fun. So bear with me. Very first old wives' tale, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with if you have kids or have been pregnant or have been around people who have kids. Are you carrying high or are you carrying low? So legend has it that if you're carrying high, the gender is a girl, and if you're carrying low, the gender is a boy. And based on my belly, that would mean there is one tally mark for girl. So I am carrying high. No, I'm not going to stand up and show you guys my bump because, to be honest, I'm wearing sort of a crop top and I'm just not about that life. So yeah, just take my word for it. I am carrying high. Is the pregnancy stealing your beauty? What this typically means is, are you getting a lot of acne? Is there something going on with your face that normally isn't going on that's kind of like making you not so hot? The legend says that if something is stealing your beauty, like acne or bad skin or something like that, that it is said that you're having a little girl because little girls steal your beauty. And if not, if you're like glowing and radiant, then you're having a little boy. I haven't necessarily had acne as much as I've had really bad dry skin, which I'm just now getting over. I'm in my last trimester, so I'm finally getting over the dry skin, but I had dry skin really terribly. Like my whole face was like scaly and patchy, and I had to moisturize, and it was terrible. So I'm going to say yes, I have definitely noticed my beauty has not been so radiant. So that would be a tally for girl. Are your hands dry? If they're dry, it said that you're having boy, and if they're not so dry, or like just not noticeable, regular I guess, then that would mean girl. This one I do have to say yes, because I have noticed that like in my thumb area and in between my fingers has been a little bit more dry. So according to that one, this one would be a tally for a boy. Are your feet cold? If you have cold feet, it is said that you are having a boy. I normally have absolutely freezing feet. Something about this pregnancy has made my feet hot. And it's so weird for me because I'm so used to having cold feet and like being able to rub my feet on my own legs as I'm trying to fall asleep, and it helps me fall asleep. So no, I do not have cold feet. That would be another tally for a girl. The ring test. Now this is one that I did do. I did not film this one, but it's basically you put your wedding band on a string, and if it goes in circles, it's a boy. If it goes back and forth, or like this, back and forth, it's a girl. When I did that one like 2 times, I believe, and both times it did the back and forth. That would be another tally for a little girl. The next one is a Drano test. I'm not familiar with exactly how it works. I know you're supposed to mix like your pee with Drano, and if it does like a certain color maybe, then it's boy and girl. I didn't do that one, so I can't give you guys a legitimate honest answer for that one, so we're just going to skip that one. So the next one is the baking soda test. But you put, I believe it's a tablespoon of baking soda, and then you mix your pee, about equal parts pee with baking soda. If it fizzes like a beer, it is a boy, and if it does not fizz, it's a girl. This one I did about 3 times. The very first time I did it, I had no reaction. There was no bubbles, nothing at all. but because I have baking soda on hand and I wasn't sure what the gender was yet, I kept doing it to see if it was going to change or not. The second and third time that I did the test, both times it fizzed. I wouldn't say fizzed like a beer, but it did fizz. It had some bubbles. So based on the majority of the results with that one, I'm just gonna put a slash for a boy because I had 2 boy results and 1 girl result, so we'll just say boy. If the heart rate is less than 140 beats per minute, then it's a boy, and if it's more than 140 beats, then it's a girl. The last time we had the heartbeat checked, I believe it was around 149, which would be another girl tally mark. Another one of the sayings is, if you are craving sweets during your pregnancy, you are having a little girl, and if you are craving more salty things like savory things, then you're having a little boy. I would have to say I've craved both throughout my pregnancy, but majority, I definitely craved sweets more. I craved a lot of fresh fruits and chocolate in the beginning, which would make it another tally for a little girl. There's a Chinese gender prediction test, and there's also a Mayan gender prediction test. You go online and you search for the Chinese gender prediction, and you put in like when baby's due, or when you got pregnant and how old you are, something along those lines. Then it generates an answer for you, and according to the Chinese gender prediction test, I'm having a boy. How old are you when you conceive, and what the year is when you conceive. If both of them are even or both of them are odd, then you're having a little girl. And if one is even and one is odd, then you're having a little boy. I am 24, and I was 24 when I conceived, and it was during the year 2015. So one is even and one is odd. So according to the Mayans, it would be a little boy. The next one is kind of funny. It says, is your significant other gaining weight also? If yes, they are getting a little bit chubbier or adding a little bit of extra cushion, then you are having a sweet as sugar little girl, is exactly what the thing that I read online said. And then if not, then you're having a little boy. I have to say, yes, my hubby has gained a little bit of extra weight. I wouldn't say significantly. So if you're watching this, don't get mad at me. But I will say, yes, hubby has gained weight during my pregnancy. So another tally mark for little girl. Last one that I have is morning sickness. Legend has it that if you have morning sickness during your first trimester, you are having a little girl, and if you have a smooth first trimester, you are having a little boy. Now, according to this one, I can't really give a solid answer. I'm going to put a tally mark for both, only because I did have morning sickness. It wasn't extreme, like every single day I was sick or anything like that, but I had days where I would be really, really sick. And then on top of that, I also had days where I could not get out of bed. I was so tired. I mean, I physically could not get out of bed no matter how much sleep I got. I just felt sick. Like inside of my body, I just felt sick. So even though that's not necessarily puking, I consider that sickness, but I did have days where I puked. I had frequent days where I was nauseous. But then as many days as I had that I was sick, there were days when I felt okay and fine. So I'm just going to put a slash for both because I can't really give a solid answer. I kind of had mixed, you know? So does that make sense? Probably not, but that was my experience. So what are you going to do? So we're going to count up our tally marks. I'm going to let you guys know how many said I was going to have boy, how many said I was going to have girl. So 5 of them say that I'm going to have boy, and then 8 of them say that I'm going to have girl. And if you guys watched my previous gender prediction video, the red cabbage test, that one also said I was going to have a girl. So 9 for girl and 5 for boy. I just thought it would be a fun video to make, and I figured anyone out there who's pregnant or maybe become pregnant might be interested in watching a video like this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to click subscribe and become a member of my Lion Pride. Remember to always look for the beauty and the beastly. I will see you in my next video. See you later, bye.